Well, earlier I spoke to Professor Miguel Tinker Salas from Pomona College. He says the best way to solve the crisis in Venezuela is by all sides sitting down to talks. Now, failing that, he says he's worried the country could turn even more violent.
The danger always exists. There is a radical faction within the opposition that has even toyed with the idea, have talked about it publicly. But let's also be clear, when people put bombs in the streets in Caracas on July 30th, aimed at blowing up police that are going by, there is already very clearly an armed opposition. And that seldom gets mentioned. If it happens in Iraq and in Afghanistan, it's an improvised explosive device. If it happens in Venezuela, it gets swept under the rug. The reality is that there has been violence, and all violence must be condemned by the state or by the opposition, and you can't simply engage or pretend it's not happening. We know that Washington under Obama and under the current Trump administration had targeted Venezuela for regime change. That doesn't mean that there are not serious problems in Venezuela and that Maduro is responsible in many ways for mismanagement parts of the economy. The opposition speaks to two audiences. It has an internal audience, its supporters within Venezuela, but it really tries to leverage its external allies, the U.S., Mexico, Brazil, Colombia, countries that have historically been opposed to the process of change in Venezuela, beginning with the election of Hugo Chavez in 1998. And again, that in some ways reinforces the argument on the Maduro government that they are subject to regime change and that this is a disloyal opposition because it actually looks for support abroad as well as maintaining its own internal base.